The world ended because of one decision. In 2039, tensions between powerful nations had already pushed humanity to the edge. Countries blamed each other for cyber attacks, border conflicts, and economic collapse. Every leader feared war, but nobody wanted to appear weak. Then one night, American satellites detected what looked like an enemy missile launch near the Pacific Ocean. Inside the White House Situation Room, alarms echoed loudly. Military generals warned President Richard Hale that if the attack was real, millions of Americans could die within minutes. One advisor begged him to wait for confirmation. But fear moves faster than wisdom. President Hale looked at the giant glowing map in front of him and gave a single order: launch. Within 30 minutes, the sky across the world turned red. Missiles crossed oceans. Cities disappeared in fire. Washington, Shanghai, Berlin, Seoul, Tehran. Millions of innocent people died before sunrise. Families vanished while sleeping. Children died without understanding what was happening. And then came retaliation. The Third World War had begun. Weeks later, American soldier Daniel Brooks fought on the freezing front lines of Eastern Europe. The world around him had become hell. Burning cities, endless explosions, starving civilians, and soldiers dying every day. At night, Daniel wrote letters to his wife Emma and his 6-year-old daughter Sophie. One letter said, "If Sophie grows up without me, tell her I thought about her every second until the end. I'm not brave. I'm just trying to come home." Around him, young soldiers cried for their mothers while bombs destroyed entire towns. Many stopped believing they would ever see home again. One evening during a brutal battle, Daniel's closest friend, Sergeant Miller, was fatally wounded. As Daniel held him in his arms, Miller whispered his final words: "Tell my son, I was thinking about him." Then he died. After months of war, more than 100 million people were gone. Nations collapsed. Hunger spread everywhere. Even the leaders who started the war realized humanity might not survive another year. Finally, peace talks began. President Hale appeared before world leaders looking broken and exhausted. For the first time, he admitted the truth. "My fear destroyed the world." A ceasefire was signed soon after. When Daniel finally returned home, America itself looked wounded. Cities were ruined. People were starving. And the country no longer felt the same. But when he opened the door to his house and saw Emma and little Sophie alive, he broke down crying. Because after all the destruction, all the death, and all the hatred, love was the only thing the war could not destroy. And years later, people still remembered the final words of President Hale. "No nation wins when children burn. Never let fear decide the future of mankind again."